Hello once again and welcome back to +OneGaming Reviews. This is Rob, and today I am bringing you the full copy of Q.U.B.E. After beating the demo, I had to see what the actual game was like, so I bought it off Steam for, I think it was like 14 bucks, and it's worth the money if it had some more details. I'll get into that in a couple seconds, but if you're not interested in a full review, which this is only going to be about, 5-6 minutes long, so it's not that bad, but I will be doing... Well, actually, let me know what you want to see. If you want shorter reviews, I have a new series I want to start called 120, which is just a quick 1 minute and 20 seconds of information about the game. It's kind of like a what the fuck is, but this is very short, very simple. Like I said, this is 5 minutes long, so just let me know. Okay, right off the bat, this game gives you a very Portal-esque feeling to it as you complete test chambers as you progress through the game. And honestly, at a few points, I kind of expected GLaDOS to drop down from the ceiling or come up from the floor and start threatening me or give me some pointers or call me scum because I'm human, but she never shows up. In fact, you never actually find out who threw you into the test chambers. There's really no death threats. I passed through lasers and didn't die. I couldn't find any acid pools or bottomless poles to fall into, or turrets to try and kill me. Without a threat, I ended up wondering what the actual progression and why I should keep going through this game. What the actual drive would be. And it turned out to be the way the chambers evolved. Because it's not static, it's not what you expect. Early on in the game, you experience each and every type of block in order. You got red, which is your standard long, tall 3 clicks, or wide 3 clicks. You click them 3 times to extend, and that's it, they're fully extended. Yellow blocks, which are 3 individuals, but you click the farthest one and all 3 extend to a certain point. And then you click the one closest to extend to a certain point. You click the middle one, they extend to a certain point again. You have your basic blue blocks, which are bouncy. You shrink them down, and then you jump on them and they bounce. And they bounce you, and they bounce other things. And then you have your static green cubes, which are... they can't be pushed by you, but they can be pushed by other blocks. And then you have purple, which serve as a purpose to manipulate the level so you can actually complete the chest chambers. The first 2 or 3 chambers are your basic tutorial-esque kind of chambers. You get a taste of, this is what you have, this is what you're going to do, and this is what you're really going to do. So, it's a lot of fun, to be honest. After the first couple chambers, you get thrown into this pitch black hole, and the walls end up lighting up, and this is where things get really interesting, because that's when the game really starts to change, and you start to see what the devs really put into this game. Each and every step you take changes the game in some way. You get from very basic rules to something extremely different and unexpected. Even though the game revolved around cubes, you do actually play with some balls. Not your own, put those away. This game does have achievements, and you can get each and every one as you progress through the game. In fact, the only one I didn't get out of the 15 was find the developers. So I'll replay the game tomorrow or sometime next week and see what I can do by getting a video up for that, because if I couldn't find it, I didn't even know it existed. It was a secret achievement, but I will do my best to find it. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, it's an achievement. I've got plenty of time right now. Alright, the graphics in this game are basic. Like everything in this game is very basic but very great. And it's for the simple fact that it revolves around cubes. So the devs really only use 1 or 2 different models to create the game and then work on everything else. I mean, there's some parts in the game where you will run into, tubes and spheres and stuff like that, but really the game revolves around these cubes. So, as you go through, you end up running into these half-destroyed chambers. And you use the power cables that are hanging from the ceiling to repower blocks. They're colored for what the blocks are. So, there'll be one that's already lit, so you move that one, and there's a red cable swinging, lit up a red cable, you move the red block, it'll free the blue, blue will free the yellow, so on and so forth. And after you complete all that, usually it's a sphere at the end of it that gets connected to a red cable and smashes through a wall so the progression can continue. As you go through the game, you will see the devs actually got really good skills with their level design, but some of the really cool environments had absolutely no purpose whatsoever other than looking cool, which really kind of pissed me off because some of them are really nice. Alright, two of these tests really got to me, but not in an annoying rage quit kind of way, just in a kind of poke way. And they were for the achievements Tough Going Part 1 and Tough Going Part 2, which are to beat the first and second parts of the hardest puzzle in the game, which, if I had a fuck you achievement of the week, that would probably be it. Actually, no, they weren't that hard. They probably took me an hour apiece, but that's because it was like 10:30 at night, and I should have been playing Amnesia, but whatever. Alright, the end of the game had me at a bit of a loss, to be honest, because you expect some kind of interaction between you and the character and whoever runs the place, or whatever's running the place, or something. Instead, you get into this, pod thing, and you get shot out of this tube into space. That's fucking right. You get shot into space. This whole game took place in a space station, where, for some unknown reason, it's falling apart, and you are the only known survivor. So it just kind of got to me. This game really deserved a story or some kind of interaction between you and whoever did something to you, or why you're there, or there should have been alarms and stuff like that. It's just something got to me about this. It just needed a story. Actually, if you're listening, Toxic, please make an expansion or a second episode. You seem to like the Steam style, or the Valve style rather, and make episode 2 of Q.U.B.E. and give it some kind of interaction between you and a bad guy, or some danger, or something, please. Alright, after all that, I say I have to give this game a solid 7.5 out of 10. Had a little threat, some interaction with a bad guy or a story, and you have a golden solid game here, Toxic. Alright, don't forget to be awesome today, tomorrow, and every day to come. Thanks for listening.